Everybody, welcome back to Bar Run Forge and another episode of Blacksmith on a Budget. Today, things are heating up. Stick around. So when I say things are heating up, I mean we're looking at a forge today. We are looking at a budget forge, and this forge comes to us from Amazon.com. It is a Vevor brand forge, and it is loosely based off of the Mr. Volcano forge. A little bit of difference. The cool thing about it is cheaper. As of this video, purchased on Amazon, it was $79.99, and that was marked down $10 from what the normal price is, and there's a $10 off coupon. So this thing comes in at 70 bucks. So we're gonna unbox it here and then kind of go through it. We'll check it out and see how everything comes together, and eventually put it to the test and see how it works. All right, so we're gonna open up the box here and see what all the goodies are inside. Pull this thing out here. There's that. Slide little foam deals off. That. I think there's something down in here. Set the box down. So here we got our refractory cement. So we'll put that lines inside the forge. And then we'll open up what we got here. So we got the pipe. Goes on top. Set that over here. So got that. And then dive into the packaging. All right. Got a couple there. There's our nozzle. Set that off to the side. And man, it's like Christmas. Christmas in March. All right. So there's the forge itself. Check that out. And like I said, this looks like it's kind of loosely based off of the Mr. Volcano. This one is a hexagon, where the Mr. Volcano is a pentagon. Cool thing I see here, it's got a handle on it, so that's nice for it being a portable forge setup. And they already put the K-wool inside here. So, plus, you know it works. That's a big plus. All right, let's dive in and see what else is in here. I'm gonna kind of do a little analysis of everything that this comes with. Starting off with the forge, this feels great, man. It's nice and lightweight, but it feels built well. It's sturdy. The part up here is riveted together, so this is done well. It looks like it's, you know, pretty solidly made. So I like the way the forge is set up. I mean, it looks good. Yeah, welded together down here at the bottom of the frame. Obviously, give us a fire brick for the bottom part of the forge here. Very nice. We got our pressure regulator and our hose, 30 psi standard hose. Put that on a propane tank. It's good to go. We'll set that up. And then the Venturi style burner here. This piece goes in here, but the nozzle quality looks good on it. The choke, I was worried about this because it looked plastic in the description on Amazon, but that's metal. So again, the quality on this is looking pretty well. I'm impressed. And they even give us a brush for our refractory cement. How about that? The one downside that I will say with this forge setup, and we found out after it got delivered to us, it wasn't really quite clear in the description whether or not it had it, but it does not come with Rigidizer. Again, kind of comparing this and contrasting this to the Mr. Volcano, which I'm assuming this is loosely based off of, and just pretty much any single burner propane forge. Not completely necessary, but you really should have it, is the Rigidizer, and that stuff is the stuff that you spray on the K-wool to make that more solid inside the forge. So we went ahead and ordered some Rigidizer here from Mr. Volcano. That way we've got some in case we do another forge build. And it's just a good thing to have on hand if you're a blacksmith shop. So we've got the Mr. Volcano Rigidizer here. We'll mix that up and we'll do that. So price-wise, you're ending up about the same if you have to order the Rigidizer with the Mr. Volcano. Like I said, it's a couple dollars difference, but really just wanted to see with this one, like I said, it's price marked down right now as of this video, price marked down $10, and there was a $10 off coupon. This was roughly about $10, so prices kind of get back to the similar price range between the two, but we'll go ahead and get started with putting this on the K-wool. So got our Rigidizer mixed up here, and basically we're just going to spray the inside of this, coat the outside lip here basically, and then this is going to soak for the next 24 hours. seen recommended. Pretty much just wait a whole day for the Rigidizer to set in and really firm up the KO wool before you put on the refractory cement. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Rigidizer is set. We went ahead and used the whole bottle. It's probably recommended if you use for like a 2-burner forge, you're probably good to use the full 8-ounce bottle. You just mix it 1 part water, 1 part of the Rigidizer. So we had it, said might as well just use it all. I don't think you're out anything or it's gonna hurt anything to go ahead and just spray all that on here. So we'll see you guys in 24 hours once this stuff sets. We actually waited a little bit longer than 24 hours just to make sure that all of the Rigidizer is set and ready to go. It is now solid here on the KO wool. So the next step is to use our refractory cement that they send with us and mix that up into a paste, and then we'll apply that all inside the forge here, and then again wait another 12 to 24 hours. We'll do a couple test fires, that way it really kind of bakes the refractory in, and then after that we should have a usable forge, and we'll get with assembling the burner and everything like that. But for now we're just going to time lapse the refractory and getting that all set up here. So, and even use the little brush that they send us. How about that? While we're waiting on our forge to finish drying here, we're gonna go ahead and assemble the burner unit and get that all set up and ready to go, and then we'll do a final assembly and give it a test run. I think I actually make a decent sound of that. Going.
Your Viking one.
Yeah, going. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put the nozzle here inside the vise. That way we can go ahead and get it gripped and ready to assemble. Make sure we've got it in the right spot here. Perfect. And now we're going to take a little bit of pipe thread, and this is for gas line thread. Not necessary, but definitely recommended just so you don't have any problems with leaks or anything like that. So we'll go ahead and get that on here. All right, so you got that on there. This is pretty tight on the end here, which isn't a bad thing, but it doesn't pivot very easily. So we're gonna switch these out and put this in the vise and get that set up. Careful not to squeeze too hard there. Don't wanna mess that up. And we'll just go ahead and get this guy started. And just tighten this down, hand tighten as best you can. And we'll switch over to adjustable wrench. Get that set up. Like so. And then we'll we'll assemble it to the burner. So now we have the burner piece here. All this does goes down to that top nozzle, and then you'll tighten this down, and then you're set to go. Push this guy through here. Just hand tighten that down, and you are ready to go. Now that our forge is dry, the refractory is dry inside here, we'll go ahead and take the tape off, and then we'll go ahead and basically just start assembling. And I recommend using the tape here just to make cleanup easier for when you're done with your refractory. All this just slides right off. The refractory is a messy process, so whatever you can do to make cleaning up easier. Definitely recommended. That. And we let this dry for a couple of days, so it is ready and set to go whenever we are going to do our first test light here. So get all that off. And now we'll go ahead and get the burner assembly set up in here. But some of the things I like about it is the nozzle up here has the on-off switch. So up you have on, and then you can turn it off on either side, which is really nice. And the way the hose is set up, you can set it in here, kind of pivot that wherever you want to, and it can set up whatever's easiest as far as like pivot and positioning here. So, and then you got your choke here as well. The choke looks really nice. It's a sturdy looking piece on here for the burner. And then to set this up, we take our little set screw, don't lose this, goes right here on this side, like so, and that just sets that burner in place here. And then just take your screwdriver there, tighten that up to wherever you want it. And it's set in place. And I'll move this around for you to see. And we'll set our fire brick in here. Like so. And there we have it. Our forge is assembled. So we'll take this and get this set up with the propane tank, and we'll do a test light and see how she does. We've got it hooked up to the propane tank. We'll go ahead and light it and let that first heat bake in, and then we'll fire it up again and actually do some forging. I think this thing worked out great. As you saw there, it took a piece of metal, got it up to forging temperature, did just fine, did it pretty quick. I'm impressed. Talk about things I like about it. The whole burner setup is set up very nice. It seems sturdy, well built. The burner at the bottom, I don't know if I showed this earlier in the video, but it has the whole system on the outside there, so it puts out a nice clean fire. All of the mechanicals of it look really well made. For it being, you know, Vevor is just kind of your off-brand version of things. But I'm really impressed with how this forge is set up. Everything worked on it pretty good. Easy to assemble. It's going to be a nice little forge here for in the shop. So, like I said, for the money, I think this is a great investment if you're working on a budget and you need a small single burner propane forge. If your place doesn't allow a cold forge and you need to use a propane forge, this is a great option. Like I said, about $80, and get it on Amazon, comes in within a couple of days, and you're ready to rock and roll. So guys, thank you so much for checking out this video on Blacksmith on a Budget for the propane forge. We've got plenty more content coming for the Blacksmith on a Budget series, so look forward to seeing you on the next video. God bless, take care, we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.